be down. There's no need to be down. I told you before the season started, this was going to be a tough year. It's going to be a tough year. And it's proven to be. And you're sitting third. Yeah. Just over a quarter of the season. Better than anybody thought. Hey, no need to be down. Harrogate in the back window. It doesn't mean a damn thing. In fact, I'm happy that the FA Cup has come to a drastic full stop, end of, done. Because now we can stick together and watch what's coming down the road. And hey, big up to Paul Mullin and Ryan Reynolds for getting in touch, loving it. I love you guys, I really do. And boy, did that ever give me a blast to do more for the Wrexham, I'm telling you. Welcome in both sets of fans, Wrexham and Mansfield Town. This is going to be a badass game. Both teams can make it. Welcome in, senior crowd. That's what we're all about. Hey, take a look at the menu before we go anywhere. Now, as that menu shows you, we got lots and lots and lots on stock here. We really do. But what I want you to do right now is take a look at both teams' form, okay, on this top six, focus on this weekend's games. And I'm going to tell you one thing before we move forward. There's no league standings for you on this show because I'm travelling to the Canadian Premier League finals. When Rotherham have finished their game tomorrow, I'll be on a plane going to the final. So I won't be able to update stuff till I get back. But anyway, take a look at the games for this weekend, especially the top six. Mansfield fans, this is what we do each week. And remember, guys, please, I say please, and I really mean it, like and subscribe and help my channel. I don't do this for money. I do this for us. Take a look at this weekend's games. Have fun. So another massive weekend is upon Wrexham AFC and all top six clubs, and top six clubs looking to stay in the top six as well. Let's take a look at the games. And by the way, please like and subscribe. Help the channel, guys. So as you know, I'm going to be going to the Canadian Premier League FA Cup final on Friday. Take a look at the top six teams highlighted in bronze. First one we're going to look at, Wrexham taking on Mansfield Town. I tell you this, Wrexham take a loss. They might be out of the top six if results go against us. Mansfield Town, however, if they win, will totally go to third spot. Won't go any higher this weekend, but will move up again. Cloughie's doing a great job with Mansfield Town, as is Phil Parkinson with Wrexham, as we know. The next game along, Birmingham taking on Northampton Town. I tell you, Birmingham on the Northampton Town in 18. This looks like another win for Brum. Lincoln City on the road at Bristol Rovers. I tell you, not such a hard place, not such a tough place to go, but it could be one of the places where they slip up. Will Bristol take out Lincoln City this weekend? Moving further down, Bolton Wanderers, another team Wrexham's played. I tell you, Bolton's doing very well, and I did say they would come back up. They're in the top six right now. This weekend, away at Stockport County. Stockport in 10th. This is going to be a tough one for both teams. Are Stockport County going to slowly move away from the top six, or is this the weekend that they get back in line and start looking to get back into the top six? And finally, shock of shocks, Wycombe Wanderers, another team that Wrexham has played, yeah? On top of the league, above Birmingham, above Wrexham, above the whole chasing pack. What a great story Wycombe Wanderers is right now. Team form is what I call them right now. Another win this weekend against Wigan will do beautifully for the Wanderers. But I got to tell you, they're going up against a very good defence. Let's see what happens this weekend. There's your top six and all the other games. So like I say, there's no point being down. This is Wrexham's last game last weekend. The loss against Harrogate, and this is really the only main points. Yes, you could talk about a goal being disallowed per se and all the rest of the stuff you want to bring up. Absolutely correct. But for my money, these were the highlights. Take a look. We'll be back with more highlights and way more stuff to come. And I'm going to the Canadian Premier League final. I'm going to document it, and I'm going to go live in the crowd. They don't know about that. Hopefully I don't get busted. But anyway, take a look at Wrexham's last game out. So welcoming people as they still come into this show. I've got to say it's the Stags taking on the Red Dragons from the racecourse ground. Senior crew. Got to say, senior crowd, I should say. I'm losing it. Crazy man. But senior crowd, welcome back in. Junior crew, I should say. Keep it coming. And hey, if you're here for the first time, please like and subscribe. We really need help in growing. I want to get to 2,000 before the new year. If that's possible, just like and subscribe and help me get there. That's my goal, 2,000 before the new year. Is it possible? With your help, absolutely, definitely possible, yeah? Can you help me? Please. Anyway, Wrexham and Mansfield, third taking on fourth. Highlights now, well, I'll tell you, this is when Mansfield took on Curzon Ashton in their last game. And I tell you, there are some sound effects for this one. But boy, oh boy, what a good day. Wrexham fans, take a look. Take a look. And there's a lot of news coming about Mansfield Town in the game talk, moving up. Take a look at these highlights. More coming. More highlights coming. But this one, Mansfield Town on the road, Curzon Ashton, FA Cup, first round. Take a look. So there you go, bam, boom, bing. A lot of goals and, hey, lots of good things to sing about, Mansfield fans. Hey, things are looking good. Cloughie's got everything really aligned for you. I don't want to jinx it, but you're in such a good position right now. Is it going to be another big year for Mansfield? Because I tell you right now, you're right in the crosshairs of doing something magical, as is Wrexham. You can't say that they're not, but the last time these two played, March this year, 2024, at the racecourse ground. Take a look. Maxi Cluth puts the ball down the line. It looks like Ryan Barnett, but it's actually Andy Cannon, and that is Paul Mullin, looking like Paul Mullin, with a brilliant finish. 1-0. Jump for joy, Paul. Jump for joy, my son. Brilliant first touch. Mansfield were busy all the way through, though. I've got to tell you, Okonkwo was busy throughout the game, and you got to say, Mansfield will bring that as well. This one here, Arthur fumbles. Kyler Dunn puts it in the back of the net. No goal. They will be busy up front. And again now, the penalty decision. Was it inside? Was it outside the box? Referee says it's inside the box. Paulie Mullin freezes the keeper. Freezes it. And then blitz into the net. Brilliant 2-0. 2 goals for Mullin. Great day. Stuff. Coming up now is the prediction image, keeping this to move along real quick because I want to get to the game talk in about 5 seconds time. Mansfield fans, get ready. Wrexham fans, you know what's coming. Worldwide Wrexham, welcome in once again. Tell me what you're thinking down below. And everybody, give me a scoreline. Come on, give me a scoreline. A scoreline befitting of you. What do you think's happening? Is it a home win? Is it a draw? Is it a scoreless draw? So, yeah, 2-2. That's what I'm saying. And I tell you, it could go either way. It could go either way. You could see Wrexham winning it, and you can also see Mansfield Town taking the points as well. But for me, it seems like a 2-2 draw. If you really have it go good, it's a 2-2 draw. If it's really tight and nothing's really flowing, it could be a 0-0. Could be a 1-1. But ask yourself, do you see this game going without goals? I mean, Mansfield Town scoring every game, Wrexham scoring every game. Yes, you could say there's a fair measure of clean sheets between both teams. Arthur Okonkwo is just lighting it up. Yes, 7 clean sheets on the season. I think he's number 1 in the league. Anyway, I'm just saying, this has everything about it to be a tight game. It could go really wrong and be a 2-3-0 for one of the teams. If there's an early goal come and another goal seals it up and then people drop their heads, or don't necessarily drop their heads, but it doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm going with the 2-2. You tell me what you're thinking. But this is what I'm thinking right now in this battle between Parkinson and Cloughy, yeah? Going with the Wrexham first time. This time last year, remember, we're going off the board. And this is what I compile each week, Mansfield fans. Wrexham fans know exactly what I'm talking about, as do worldwide Wrexham fans all around the world. Especially, I've got to say a big hello to Sydney. PJ, you in Sydney, but also a lot of guys in Sydney. We're literally getting a bit of a crowd in Sydney, all over the UK, all over the UK. Big gathering in Wrexham, big gathering in the USA. What a week that was for those guys, yeah? Woo! A big gathering in Canada. And like I say, big gathering in Australia. But staying with the game. But I've got to say, I have to say hello. Your family. I mean, no BS. I've got to say. And most of you guys, got to say, when I say senior crowd, with no disrespect to the junior crew, but this channel is filled with guys literally 45 plus, majorly. So we're in the right gang, aren't we, eh? Yeah? Anyway, same with Parkinson and Cloughy. This time last year, Wrexham were third in League Two. And that was after a 1-0 loss to Tranmere Rovers. A year ago, you heard about that recently, didn't you? Wrexham, I got to tell you, for my money, I've been looking at it for a couple of weeks now, and I think sometimes we are a little bit too predictable in our play, especially moving forward. That long ball's got to stop. That long ball has to stop. If you want to kick that long ball in a touchdown the field, like I said a few weeks back, and gain some territory and move the team down the field like a rugby move, fine, do it. But kicking the ball down the field for Paul Mullin to exhaust himself, or Ollie Palmer to exhaust himself, Phil, honestly, we got to change that, man. That energy needs to be in front of net with a cross from Ryan, maybe James McLean, and on Ryan Barnett and James McLean. I got to say, again, are we becoming too predictable? What I would do, just saying, is I would switch Ryan Barnett onto the left and James McLean onto the right and let them cross them balls like we know they can, but let them be able to then cut inside, get in front of goal. The goal comes bigger as you get closer to the center of the goal, and wrap your foot around it and maybe launch in a few shots. We are becoming too predictable in my mind. We're great in defence. Nothing wrong there. And midfield is doing as much as they can. But up front, we've got to have something better. Long balls are killing it, Phil. No more long balls. Last game was 2-2 away. Should have been a 2-1 win. Thank you, referee. Definitely not a penalty, like I said before. But Wrexham still undefeated in 4 in League 2. Now I've got something to show you. Sorry for looking like a headless chicken, but I just wanted to show you something personal from me to you, because you're family, so you get to see inside stuff, right? That paperwork, what you just saw there, and if it wasn't coming through, let me know, somebody, and I'll print one out and we'll put it on the screen for the next show. But that was my first ever paperwork in professional football. I was 15 and a half, and that, obviously, you saw was Port Vale Football Club. That was the beginning of my football career. 15 years old. I got picked up at 14-odd. And that was a letter I had from Port Vale during the time that I was with Port Vale when I was 15 plus. So, we're playing Port Vale next. That's the reason. That's the reason why I've always said a few things nicely about Port Vale over the years, guys. Because that's where it all started for me. Oh, yeah. Port Vale Football Club. And that's November 12th coming up in the EFL Trophy group stage, which doesn't really mean too much, right? I wouldn't really want to go too far in that tournament either. Let's keep it to the league. And as I say, Paulie Mullin, big ups to you, mate. Love it, love it, love it. Ryan Reynolds, I can't believe you two guys got in touch. I cannot believe it. But boy, am I stoked, made up, that you did. Oh, yeah. Now, talking about Mansfield, this time last year, yeah, Wrexham were third in League Two. Mansfield, who came up with Wrexham, yeah, well, they were seventh. And that was after a 4-2 win at Swindon. A year ago, Wrexham lose at home 1-0. A year ago, Mansfield win 4-2 on the road. And I'm calling for a 2-2. Interesting, eh? But that's a year ago. Moving forward, though, Mansfield fans, away form right now, I've got to tell you, it's absolutely through the bloody roof. 4 wins, 1 loss out of 5. That's 80%. 9 goals scored, 6 against for +3. Wrexham, staying with the home and away stuff, Wrexham, Home, 5-1-0. 5 wins, 1 draw, no losses. 15 goals scored, 4-11. Yeah, plus 11, 4 against. 16 points from 18, that's 88%. It's one quick time. 5 wins, 1 draw, no losses. 15 scored, 4 against, plus 11. 16 points from 18, that's 88.8%. And you've got to say, Mansfield's 80% with 4 wins out of 5 on the road. This is going to be a barn-burning game, an absolute battle of minds, skill, finesse, because there's some players in these two teams, and also strength. Not just strength physically, strength in character. You're going to have to be brave to win this one. Someone's going to have to step up. Someone's going to have to be that impact player. Just saying. Both teams. But Mansfield, this time last year, yeah, you know where they were, 7th, we were 3rd. Last game was against Birmingham. 1-1 at home. Is it starting to register? Birmingham, 1-1. Yeah, that's a result. That's a result. Unbeaten in 2 in the league. But hey, only 1 loss in 10. 1 loss in 10. Is it about time for another loss? What do you think, Wrexham fans? Is it about time for another loss? Mansfield fans, is it time for another win? Or is it a draw? 2-2, I'm calling for 3 clean sheets in 10. And get this, Wrexham fans, they concede only 1 in the other 7 games. They're looking for the win, minimum the draw. So, changing scenes, you know I've been yakking about the Canadian Cup final. It doesn't mean I'm not interested in what's happening with Wrexham this weekend. Obviously, it means I've got another fat football weekend, yeah? The Wrexham game I get to watch before the Cup final, yeah. And I'm travelling up so I can watch the game for Wrexham and then just get in my car, drive across town, because I'm staying at a hotel when I get there in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. But I'm going to be there in the morning, get a nice hot shower, get a nice hot breakfast, and I'm telling you, I'm going to have a couple of beers before the game too. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to get zoused, get really primed nicely, not stupid, nice, and enjoy a Cup final the right way, because got to have a little bit of that sort of antifreeze in me, because it's going to be 4 degrees at kickoff, yeah. Oh, yeah. It could quite possibly be snowy, and I tell you what, I would love to see snow coming down, and I am definitely going to be padded or wrapped up for this one. I'm not going with a thin jacket this time. No way. I'm taking a woolly hat, and I'm really getting bundled up is the phrase. This one, I'm getting right in the crowd. I'm going to go catch that atmosphere, catch the scenes, be with the ultras, and get as close to the action as I can. And if it goes wrong for Cavalry, I'm taking orange gear, because you see these guys, they wear orange. And I'm going to dress up in orange after the game, sneak to the back near the changing rooms, and try and capture the coach and the team as they come out if they win it, because I know both coaches. Personally talked to them many times. Bobby Shimoniotis, the Forge coach, and also Tommy Wheeldon Jr. Spoke to them both many times. In fact, interviewed very many times. So now you know it's going to be a sneaky beaky operation, but I'm going to go for the cup because I love an FA Cup trip. And remember, I'm a lucky bastard because I've got 2 games this weekend. Got the Wrexham first of all, not the Arsenal. And if you keep watching the shows, you know exactly where that came from. Wrexham Mansfield is going to be a tight game. Like I say, 2-2 is what I'm thinking. Either could win it. Mansfield Town, they're coming to town, fellas and ladies, and they're looking for some points. Don't kid yourself. They're not looking for a loss. Only 1 in 10, yeah? Wrexham unbeaten in 4. Home is where the heart is and where the powerful games are. 15 goals scored, 4 against, plus 11. If you're ever going to get it done against Mansfield Town, it's at home at the Racecourse Ground, like last time when it was 2-0. And then after that, I'm going to a cup final, which I will show you. We're going to do live cut-ins, sneaky beaky. And the day after, I'll put the whole video up of what I saw and what I lived. But for now, I'm saying thanks for watching. I love every minute of this. I hope you do too. Remember, shove it around, pass it around, share it everywhere you can, like and subscribe, join our family, pay for your tickets. I got a ticket to the game this weekend. This one, hey, Wrexham, Mansfield Town, the Racecourse Ground. Let's have it. Cheers.